안녕하세요. I love teaching English as a second language. Watching them learn it's so rewarding. And they're so they love you so much and they tell you that they love you and I love it. I left corporate America to come here and never looked back. So, I have been in love with Korean culture since I moved here.
How is the working environment for you here as a teacher? Like with your colleagues?
It's great. It's always nice. I do find it better to have more teachers in the office. There are some people who work and they're the only foreign teacher.
Okay.
And I would find that very difficult because I do like to talk to people.
Okay.
I do like to have conversation. And I also like to be able to bounce ideas off of people. Because part of being a teacher here is you get to create a lot of lessons and a lot of things that you do with your students. You usually get a book, you get, like, they say you need to teach these pages in these days. But you get to choose how you do it.
Yes.
And so it's always nice to have other teachers, other people who are new to teaching, because you all have different ideas and you can work together. I don't think I would do well in a single foreign teacher environment. But one of the big things about working in Korean hagwons or schools is your co-teacher, the Korean teachers. And it's something that I always try to talk to when I meet new people about your Korean teacher. There's a mentality that happens with foreigners where they think the Korean teacher is there to help you. They're not your help. They are a co-teacher. You have to work together as a team. They deal with the parents. They talk to all the parents of all the students. So use them as support and support them. Communicate with them. If there's something that you do that they don't like, they're not going to tell you. It's not culturally appropriate. But if you ask, you can get the information. But it's just all about working as a team. They're not your helper. And if you come into it that way, you will meet amazing people and you'll have an amazing time.
I like that a lot. Yeah. Again, the right attitude, right?
Yes.
That makes a difference.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a bit about the healthcare? You were telling me a bit about comparing it to American.
Yes, it's fantastic. There is for myself, and again, I come from California. There's lots of options, but in America, healthcare as a single person, I was paying $150 per check, so twice a month.
Okay, wow.
For full coverage healthcare. It didn't cover everything. And then dental is different, it's all separate. In Korea, it's on the E2 visa, your employer covers 50% of the insurance cost, and then you pay the other 50%, which ends up being, I think, $50,000 won-ish a month.
Okay.
It's not that much.
Yeah.
And they take it directly out, so you never really see it.
Yeah.
But then, I have bad knees, and I'm sure my knees were bad before, but it really got worse because I walk so much more here.
Okay.
I was at a car in America, so I went to get that done, and I went in, saw the doctor, got x-rays, saw the doctor again, all within 45 minutes with no appointment.
Oh, no appointment?
No appointment. Wow. And also my total was 15,000 won for seeing the doctor, having x-rays, seeing the doctor. Oh, and I got a shot that day.
15,000 won is how much dollars?
$15.
$15?
Yes.
Wow.
In America, just to see the doctor would be $15 or $20. And then to get the x-rays would take you 2 weeks because you have to go somewhere else to get the x-rays. Then once the x-rays are done, you have to wait another 2 weeks to see the doctor again. I did it all in 45 minutes in an office. I just am blown away by the health insurance coverage here. And the fact that it's included with your visa. And as a foreigner, if you feel you want more coverage, there are also additional coverage options that you can pay for that are not anywhere near what American insurance costs.
And how was the healthcare with the language barrier? Did you have any problems with that?
When you move here, definitely find the foreigner groups. I know there's groups on Facebook. If you bump into foreigners, learners. There's Kakao Talk, right? We all use Kakao Talk here. There's groups there. You can find out if there's English-speaking doctors, but also if you build that relationship with your Korean co-teachers, they are more than happy to help you find what you're looking for. But everyone's also willing to use the translation apps too. Again, if you just show that you're willing to try, they're willing to try. And I haven't had any issues with a doctor at all. Maybe I'm just really lucky. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe both, and also because of your positive attitude and approach to that, you know. What advice would you give to anyone that wants to come and work as an English teacher in Korea, whether from America or any other country?
Don't bring a lot of stuff. I think adjusting to more of a minimalist style. There's just not a lot of storage. The apartments are nice, but there's not a lot of places to put your stuff.
Yeah.
And then also be prepared to feel alone for your first few months. You are going to be in a new place, trying to meet new people, but also trying to get used to a new work environment, trying to figure out how to get from your apartment to your job. It gets a little lonely at first. Just be ready, and it will change. Like, as you meet people, as you work, as you go out, you will meet people, and you will meet awesome people, and you will make friends, and it will get better. But those first few months are just a little bit lonely. And like, how do I find a grocery store? How do I, like, where's this? Where's that? Trying to get acclimated is a little challenging.
Yeah.
If you just are prepared for that feeling. One of the things we did in my TEFL class was we actually wrote a letter to ourselves, because the teacher said you will get homesick. You come in and you're so excited, but there'll be this point where you get homesick. Write yourself a letter to remind yourself why you're doing this. And it was incredibly helpful. I think I was more prepared than a lot of people for coming here. I was ready for
mentally
a new life adventure.
Wow.
It took about 2 years, but I definitely pulled that letter out and I was like, oh yeah, I am, this is what I want to do. I am really excited. Like, yeah,
that's important, right? Like, that's mental positivity and
yes.
Yeah, that makes a difference.
Yes, if you're happy when you come, you'll be happy while you're here. If you're angry when you come, you might not enjoy it as much.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I just love Korea, so.
Can you mention like maybe some adventure that you've had in Korea that was a really good memory that you would recommend to other people who want to come here?
Yes. Anything where you have to ride a train is fantastic.
Okay.
Get on the train. I had this crazy adventure. I probably wouldn't recommend the craziness of it.
Okay.
Make sure your phone is working before you go on an adventure, because you don't know where you're going. But there are so many, now that COVID is over, there are so many festivals everywhere. And these festivals have street food and vendors, and they have all kinds of stuff. And I highly recommend, if it's close to your town, go. If it's far, jump on a train and go to these festivals. I know coming up there's the Mud Festival, and then also the cherry blossoms. If you can get to, I think closest to us is Jine, but the cherry blossoms are everywhere. You get about 2 weeks of cherry blossoms, so you gotta hit the festivals early. It's just an amazing experience, and then there's so many people, and I just love it so much. But part of being in Korea with the public transportation is don't be afraid to just go somewhere. As long as your phone is working, you can access the buses, you can access the metro, you can access the train schedules, you can access everything, and just go do it. People will help you if something happens. I was somewhere and we just planned our time. We were at a festival trying to get a taxi to the train station because we were running behind. There were no taxis, so we tried to walk. Our phones aren't working. We don't actually know where we're walking. It was a little stressful. But this Korean woman saw us panicking. She flagged down a taxi because she was also going to the train station, held the taxi till we caught up, shared the taxi with us, and got us to the train station. Never in my life in America would somebody
really
ever. There's no way that someone would hold a taxi and share it with you. because they could see that you were struggling.
Yeah.
It was like,
Wow.
so I don't recommend being in that situation.
Yeah.
But also knowing that and how safe it is here, I just
Yes, safety, right?
right? Like my friend left his backpack in a bar
Yeah.
because people are drinking and it happens.
Yeah.
The next day he went back to his entire backpack, laptop, money, wallet, everything still in the backpack. It's just I just love it here so much. But it's just there's this part of this culture where it's not mine. I don't touch it. Right? You just don't. You give it to someone for lost and found, but you don't go through it. In America, it would have been gone in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Never to be seen again.
South Africa, 1 minute.
Right.
And then Jennifer, do you have any social media that anyone can follow you, or some way if they want to ask you anything?
Sure.
Yeah.
I have Instagram and Facebook.
Okay.
I don't know.
So maybe on Instagram we can put your handle.
Yes, I will. We will find out what that is and we can give it to you. Yes.
Awesome. Wow, it was so nice chatting to you.
Thank you
and-
for asking me to do it.
No, of course. And I think our people watching this will find a lot of useful information and
I hope
a
so.
better idea of how it is in Korea.
I hope so.
Yeah.
So, yay.
Thank you.
Yeah.